Hi, I'm Jace, and you guys wanted to see a video on Turner syndrome. And here we are. First things first, this video is a massive trigger warning and honestly quite difficult to make since I've done about 10 or 15 takes. So, yeah. Again, massive trigger warning. This video might make you sad or some other type of upset. If you think that's going to bother you, go ahead and click on off, because the purpose of this video is not to make anybody upset or anything like that. I'm just here to share information. You still here? Good. Alright, we're going to start off by talking about what Turner syndrome is. And after I've done describing it a little bit, we're going to talk about my personal experience with it. And before I start anything else, first of all, I want to say it is a rare medical condition. I am 35 years old, working on 36. I'll be 36 in July. It's currently December. I will be 36 in about half a year. I have never met a single person with Turner syndrome. I am the only person with it that I have known. I've not even met anybody online with it. So that just gives you an idea of how rare it is. Alright, what the heck is it? It is a genetic condition in which a person with XX chromosomes, girl, female, has a missing X chromosome or part of one, either way. Now you might ask, what does that do? And the answer is a lot. Let me try to phrase this in the best way that I can. You might be aware of how autoimmune disorders don't really harm you themselves. They make you more susceptible to other things harming you. Turner syndrome by itself, like, it is not necessarily what's harming you. It does things to your body that will harm you. For example, a lot of girls with Turner syndrome have heart defects, kidney problems. They might have brittle bones. And of those three things that I just mentioned, I have two of them. I have it'd be great if I could talk, slightly brittle bones and a heart defect. Other problems girls with Turner syndrome can have: learning disabilities, ear problems, behavioral issues, anxiety and depression. How many of those do you think I have? Spoiler, almost all, except behavior issues. I'm generally pretty mild-mannered. I've never really acted out or anything like that. I'm generally well behaved, but some girls with Turner syndrome like to push boundaries, and that I can understand. I just listed about 6 different things the syndrome can cause, and they all seem unrelated. I am deaf in one ear, and let me tell you, the reason I'm deaf, because of child abuse. However, even before that event happened, I was gonna have lifelong ear problems. So it's not a good thing that I got abused as a child, but I was probably gonna end up with serious hearing loss even if that hadn't happened. Because it's part of Turner syndrome. Some other things that Turner syndrome has caused: these glasses. I need them because of Turner syndrome. I can't drive. I have a terrible sense of direction. Like, if I do this, a lot of people can immediately tell left and right. I have to remember which hand I write with to remember my left from my right. If you just say go right, well, I'm like, what? Where? No, rather right. Yeah. I have a terrible sense of direction, spatial awareness issues. I can't do math worth of shit. I failed math multiple times in school, trust me. Um, yeah. Math and any math related subject, which unfortunately includes higher level sciences like chemistry and physics, I generally have trouble with because I have a learning disability called dyscalculia. It is related to dyslexia. I do not have a problem reading. I love to read. I can, like, if you give me a history book, tell me to read a chapter, I can spit out all the facts I just read right back at you. I have no trouble with that kind of thing. But tell me to do math, I see numbers, especially in the context of math, backwards. Like, but if you gave me there's a clock right on my computer desktop. I can read that just fine. I'm not going to see those numbers backwards. If I were to open my banking app and look at how much is in there, it's not a lot, trust me. Actually, it's almost nothing. But if I were to open my banking app and read how much money is in there, I wouldn't see those numbers backwards. Again, like, put me in the kitchen and tell me to turn on the oven, I'm not going to see those numbers backwards. But especially like in the context of like phone numbers and math, I will see numbers backwards. And that is because of calcula, which is because of Turner syndrome. Hopefully you get the idea of it's not necessarily just one thing. It's not. I'm trying to think like I'm trying to think of an example. I'm trying to think of an example where the illness itself is directly the problem. Like, I don't know. I really can't think of an example. But anyway, Turner syndrome causes a whole wide range of problems, and I have a lot of them. Um, let's talk about why it's rare. And one of my biggest problems. Turner syndrome is rare because 99 times out of 100, it kills you before you're born. Remember that it causes a lot of problems? It's a system-wide failure. And unfortunately, it causes the death of a lot of embryos with it. Just put it into context for you. Say 100 women are pregnant with Turner syndrome babies. Only between 1 and 3 of those babies are going to make it. That's why there's not a whole lot of people like me out there. You could say that I wasn't really supposed to make it. And that is the root of about 90% of the mental part of my disability. Of course, I have physical disabilities too. I'm literally half deaf. I need these glasses. I cannot see well without these glasses. And it's even weirder because I don't know that I can't see well. Like, let me take these glasses off. I can see my screen, but without these glasses, I legally am too blind to drive. Even though I don't really realize just how blind I am until I put back on the glasses and I'm like, holy, I can see, you know. But back to what I was saying, a lot of the root of my social anxiety, social phobia, social avoidance, whatever you want to call it, there's a bunch of different names for it, is the fact I feel like I'm really not supposed to be here, like that I was a mistake. And the thing about that is, if I met another girl with Turner syndrome, I wouldn't think that about her. So why the hell am I thinking about myself? You know, in that mindset, you know, I know, I know that I'm not stupid. You know, I know that it's not nice to feel that way about yourself, and it's not correct either. If I wasn't supposed to be here, I wouldn't, you know, but looks like I'm here. But hopefully you have learned a little more about Turner syndrome through this video. The video's a little long. I think I've rambled on long enough. So if you watch this video, thank you. And if you have any questions or want to hear more, either about the syndrome itself or my personal experience, let me know. Bye, everyone.